Hello, this is Michaela of Studios Octopus, and I'm here today doing my GlossyBox Catch Up for May 2016 Glossy Getaways. So I've had the products for a little while now, and I'll just go over what I felt about each one from the top. The Cetaphil cleanser, it's now actually pretty much empty. I think I would have preferred actually a slightly bigger sample, but I really liked it. It was very interesting to use it without water on your face, and then you remove it. I've just been rinsing it off afterwards, and it does really work in that you are cleansing your skin really gently, and it doesn't feel harsh or drying afterwards because it's not a particularly that type of harsh cleanser. So I can see why people really like it, and it seems quite affordable for a very sort of medically type skincare item, because those can be quite pricey. So I actually quite like this, and I think I would get some of this in the future. Next up is the Absolute New York Velvet Lippy. I have more mixed feelings about this. Part of that is that it's not so amazing that you can't just find something quite similar in the UK, and obviously when you're buying cosmetics from other countries, this is American. You're also going to be paying to have it sent over to you, which is always going to make it slightly more expensive than if you just bought an affordable lipstick in the UK. It has an interesting formula. Because it's being called sort of a lip cream, buttery matte lip cream, because you put it on and it's quite soft, and then over time it will set to what feels like a more traditional sort of wet application matte lipstick that is just stuck onto your lips. So it has that nice, it is quite nice and comfortable at first, but then it becomes sort of that quite dry set feeling, but that takes much longer than with a traditional one of these. So that's interesting, but I think I would be more likely to try other formulas like this rather than rebuy this product in particular, because the formula isn't so amazing to make me go, wow, I must have more of this. It goes on a little like patchy perhaps, or a little not fully pigmented all over in one go, because to be fair, it's a quite cheap product. I think this is only £4, which is pretty affordable. I can zoom in and show it on my lips. I don't know how well it is coming up. It's a quite nice neutral peachy corally tone. It's quite pretty and it wears quite well, but yeah, I'm not so sure you get something so amazing and so different that you would want to particularly import more, but that you just look out for something similar in the UK. Next up is the Hawaiian Tropic Satin Protection. I've used this a couple of times. I think initially I said it just has like a general quite strong smell. It actually smells sort of like a faux tropical cocktail or a faux tropical perfume, and that it doesn't really smell like tropical fruits, but it smells like that sort of perfumey, cocktaily, mixy smell that I think people will know what I mean by that. But it's not so off-putting, and you don't smell it once the product is sort of dried and set. Other than that, it works quite well as a sunscreen. It didn't make my skin go crazy. It seems pretty standard. It's one that maybe I would rebuy if I was looking to get more. I don't know. It's not amazing, but it does its job, if that makes sense. If you liked ones that are particularly scented, you might go for this, and it seems fairly affordable. If you didn't like scented sunscreen and skincare products, you would probably avoid this because it is fairly strong. Next up is this Be Good moisturizer, and like the Cetaphil cleanser, I've actually used most of these up already. These have been things that I've definitely been using every day I've had them, pretty much. This is actually really good. I'm always a little skeptical of sort of most slightly more expensive skincare items that say they are doing more stuff for your skin. I tend to find that it doesn't really do anything more for me, and sometimes I think, is that just because I'm not the appropriate person to use this type of skincare yet? I don't have sort of the same skin concerns that other people might have, but this, I do actually feel like it made my skin feel better, like just a little bit more. I did really like it. And for the fact that it actually feels like it's moisturising my skin and doing something that a little extra, price-wise it doesn't seem so bad. So I actually really liked using this, and I think I'd use more of this, maybe get some more in the future. And then finally there was the Revlon Ultimate All-in-One Mascara, was the one that I got. And again, I have pretty mixed feelings about it. This is the one with the quite small one there, and the wand itself is actually quite useful. You can get quite close to your lashes without, what I tend to find, getting the mascara all over the skin of my eyelids and stuff, so that's good. But the formula itself of the actual like mascara liquid, I don't think is the best one that I've ever had, or perhaps is the most suitable for me. Because people have different eyelashes, whether they're longer or shorter or thicker or finer. So I don't think this actual mascara formula is suitable for my eyelashes. It tends to come off a bit clumpy looking and makes me look like I don't have as many lashes as I do, which is a shame because the brush is actually good. So while I might want to look out for more mascaras with the tiny brushes, not this formula perhaps is fantastic. I think I even preferred the formula of the Essence Cosmetics mascara that we had a while ago. That was much nicer, but it's not, again, like the Velvet New York Lippy, it's not terrible. It's just not something that I think once I've used it up I would repurchase it. I can show you a close-up of that as well. There we go. So it's a fairly nice mascara, and it coats them and makes them look quite nice and evenly. It's just, I think it's a touch clumpy. Clumpier than I like, which isn't something I go for, though I know zoom back out there. Some people go for the clumpy mascara look. And it sort of comes in and out of fashion to have that quite dramatic, sort of almost anti what people say you should have your mascara, you go against that and use your makeup how you want to. But for my eyelashes, in sort of a day-to-day how I like them to look, I think this is a little too clumpy for me. So that was my box and my thoughts on my products in the end. These two, I suppose, in particular, I was most impressed by. These would be things that I think I would repurchase. The Hawaiian Tropic, it's alright. I would probably like other sunscreens just as much. And the two makeup items, definitely sort of mixed feelings about. But overall, I still enjoyed the box. And I did end up doing the, you could just use 5 items in the box every day and feel like you were sort of together and sorted, and you felt like you were well put together, which I liked. I really liked the sort of when the whole box works together. I think that's quite cool. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you again next time. The shipping is like £3.25, I think. It's secure, but my package was... Oh, the cat just blinked.